All right, who else? Yeah.
What was your favorite part about voicing Italian?
My favorite part of, did I turn that off?
Possibly.
I did. My favorite part about voicing Italia is that voicing that character has given me the ability to behave in public around you people the way that is generally considered unacceptable. See, now if I show up and I'm around people who know, and I'm like, hey, I'm just an annoying punk, and I'm gonna say all this annoying crap to you and talk about cheeseburgers and stuff, losers. Everybody's gonna go, ha, America. Nobody looks at me and goes, jerk. And I do that at home, at the grocery store. I'm just a jerk. So that's been the best part about it. By the way, country music stopped. I think there's somebody in the next room. Yeah. All right, who else? Yes.
What was your favorite voice?
My favorite voice? Of any person ever on the history of the world? My favorite voice that I do, it's hard to judge. I know which ones I like playing the best, which would probably be Desert Punk in America. Because that's where I get to be the idiot that I truly am inside. So probably those guys. All right, who else? Yes?
What was it like recording for Tales of Zillion 2?
What was it like for recording Tales? How do you say it? Exilia?
I guess.
Zilia?
Azalea.
Who knows that video game? Some of you? So I played the bad guy on that.
He does.
It sucked. That was awful recording the game, and not due to anyone I was partnered with. The studio was great, director, engineer. They were all wonderful people. I believe the place is called Teacup Studios out in Los Angeles. They were great. The problem was that I recorded it after Anime Expo. I had gone out to Los Angeles for Anime Expo. I was there like a day before Expo started, worked the Expo all weekend long, and then I had one day of recovery before I went into the booth to record that game. And the day after Anime Expo, I had no voice. I literally could not form words through my mouth. So it was a challenge getting my voice to even work on the day that I recorded that game, but it seemed like it came together. And maybe all the stress that I was under at the time made the performance a little bit more unhinged. So thank God it was a bad guy. If it was a good guy, it would have sucked. More so than normal. All right, who else? Yeah.
When you were voicing Trunks, what was it like doing all these screaming Super Saiyan sequences? Were you able to talk after that?
Oh yeah, man, once you get used to the screaming, getting used to screaming is like getting used to singing. Once you know how to do it, it's second nature. I can scream all the time, all day, for the most part, and it's not a big deal because I understood breath control, how to control the breath coming through the vocal cords so that you're using less breath and getting more sound. And that doesn't fry your voice out. So it ended up not being a big deal. At first, yeah, first few sessions I fried my voice. But you know, it's like I was cast as Trunks on Dragon Ball Z, and then I come home and I'm like, ugh, oh, my voice hurts so bad from being a super popular actor all day. It was hardly something to complain about, you know. So, all right, who else? Good, we got some more. Yes, ma'am.
Besides being able to look at the anime on screen, is there a significant difference between voice acting for a video game and voice acting for an anime?
There is a tremendous difference, yeah. The difference between voice acting for anime and voice acting for a video game is volume. That's really the best way to put it. In an anime, you record by yourself, alone, in a booth, usually one line at a time. If you're good at it, you've worked at it for a while, you can record maybe a whole scene or a whole page at a time, stuff like that. And I've been doing this for 17 years, so I can record an entire page or more of dialogue. But see, what happens is when I record those lines, then the engineer and director have to review it, look at it, fit it, tighten it up, do all their technical stuff, which leaves me having some downtime in the booth, right? So sometimes while they do that, I will check an email, or really I'll pay a bill, or read a book. I'm reading The Stand right now for the first time, so it's kind of going everywhere with me because it's so darn long. So there's that, but the biggest difference is the fact that in anime you're recording like that, and with video games you just get a script in an Excel document that's just got a bank of lines. Boom, 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 all the way down the page. Sometimes 1,000. Okay, so I play the tournament announcer in Dragon Ball Z as well, right? Which means that I got to do that character on all the video games, which is incredibly difficult. And it's also weird the way you record video games, because if you're recording video game voiceover for an algorithm, your voice has to fit in to a computer program, right? In anime, you're recording right to animation that exists. So there's actually a lot of these little differences. But on a video game, for example, you got to do it like this. You record a piece at a time, and you run down the whole list as far as you can go for as long as you can, getting either 1, 2, or 3 takes per line, depending on what your director wants. Now, because I've been doing Dragon Ball Z stuff for a while, I usually only have to get 1 take on those things. So it'll sound something like this.
Him talking.
Goku versus Goku. Vegeta versus Vegeta. Okay, so what you do is you have the Goku versus take. And then Goku for him to fight either himself, or you can mix and match it, because I'm saying Goku versus, Vegeta versus, Trunks versus. And over here it's Goku, Trunks, Vegeta, right? And you can mix and match those. Now it can be Goku versus Trunks, or Vegeta versus Vegeta. However the algorithm, or however you decide to play the game. So you record it like one big bank of crap you don't understand in a video game is really what you're doing. Okay, who's next? I saw some over here, yes.
Have you started recording for Dragon Ball Super yet?
No. I really wish I could answer that question better than that. That's crap.
Okay.
I know. No, I haven't.
Travel back in time.
There, take all the wind out of your sails. I'm sorry. All right, hold on. Yeah, there's another guy back here. You had a question? Yeah.
Do you enjoy acting or the production side more? Like
Uh,
writing, directing, that kind of thing?
That's difficult. It depends on the thing. For the most part, I prefer writing. And I'm not talking about anime, I'm talking about me writing. And I've written things like, maybe you guys don't know, I've written movies and TV series and shit like that. But I prefer writing things that I come up with, because that's where I have total creative control. As an actor, you don't really have much creative control. As an actor, it's just kind of your job to do what the director needs you to do, specifically. As a writer, if I'm sitting at home, it's like I'm writing a new thing right now, and I'm just having so much fun with it. It's a pain, because I'm making all these decisions. I'm like, well, the story needs to be like this. Oh, but what about this? This would be cool. Oh, and this would be cool too. No, Eric, the movie can't be 4 hours long. So that's fun. I do tend to enjoy that creative process a little bit more than acting. But acting will always be my #1 love and passion.